Hello everyone, welcome to the second term of fall 2022. This is Education 385 and my name is Professor Catherine Kinsey. So we're going to go over the course basics and then the assignments for week one. Let me introduce myself. Again, my name is Professor Catherine Kinsey. I've been working for 16 years in education, 7 years here at the University of Laverne. I've taught 3rd grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 12th grade, currently teaching AP US Government, AP Comparative Government, AP Human Geography, and I'm part-time technology coach for the Upland Unified School District. I'm an ISTE certified trainer, which is the International Symposium for Technology and Education, and I am a Google trainer. This semester we will be using an app called Slack. I will be using this instead of wikis or discussion boards. I really like Slack because if you download the app to your phone, you can very quickly text back and forth. So the primary purpose of this is going to be text. Almost everything we do is going to be texting. You can video conference, but that's never going to be a requirement for this class. I feel like Slack allows for more authentic and real conversations versus posting a reply and then waiting for other people to post and then posting 2 replies. We'll have actual conversations. Slack is the quickest way to reach me because it comes to my phone. And starting week 2, you will have a Slack group, which will be a smaller group for you to have discussions. Please use Google Suite when you submit things and not Microsoft. I actually don't have Microsoft on my MacBook. So if you are going to use Word or PowerPoint, you can always download as a PDF. That's totally okay with me. And then my email for Google is catherine.kinsey@laverne.edu, and I'll put that in the assignments. It's actually a different email than my regular email. It's just how Laverne is set up. All right, this is our textbook. There is an older version, so if you decide to get the older version, that's fine. The page numbers aren't going to match, but pretty much the text is the same. So if you get the new version, the page numbers and my assignments will match. If you get the old version, you're going to have to kind of figure out with your group mates, okay, well, what section does this reading start on? All right, so this is a 100% online asynchronous course. Leo Online is online. Everything will be posted by Sunday. The week officially starts Monday, and all assignments are due the following Sunday. You can work at your pace within there. Please do not hesitate to reach out. That is what I'm here for. When you have an asynchronous class, it's all about the professor getting back to you as quickly as possible. So please, if you've tried something for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you just can't figure it out, don't spend 3 hours before you reach out to me, okay? Try it first, maybe ask the other people in your Slack group, and then if you can't figure it out, then absolutely reach out to me. Don't spend hours before you reach out to me. All right, so like I said, you're going to complete a welcome survey, and it's going to ask you, when do you want to collaborate? And this kind of scares people. Your grade is based on your participation, not on the participation of others, okay? What this is for is to have authentic conversations. So when I started teaching online, I was worried because I love those in-class discussions. How can you replicate that online? And so you'll be meeting for about 20 to 30 minutes with your Slack group on the Slack app, texting back and forth. Okay, it's a text thing. You can also log in on the Slack website if typing is easier for you. But that's what it is. It's not a video call. It's not a project. It's a reading discussion. The focus of week 1 is just going to be the foundations of social studies and getting into the structure of the class, how the class is set up. Week 1 is a little more simplified so that we can get into just getting into the groove of the course, getting to know me, getting to know how Blackboard works. There are 5 assignments this week. The first is to join Slack. Then there's a survey, there's a chapter 1 reading, a community service plan, and a cultural learning experience. So let's take a look at all of those. All right, so the first thing I'm going to have you do is join Slack. So when you're in Blackboard, the first assignment says join Slack, and There's a link here. So when you click on this link, it will open it up. Again, you can either do it on a computer, or you can do it on a phone or an iPad or whatever tablet you have. All of those are acceptable. I use my phone the most, but you can also use your computer. Again, you won't need to use your camera. We won't be having anything with cameras on unless your group just really wants to. The second assignment is the welcome survey. It's going to give me a little information about your schedule and your experience with online. So click here for the welcome survey. Okay. Please, please, please complete the survey by Thursday because that's what I'm going to use to form the groups, and I'm always having to add people after the fact because they didn't do the welcome survey. The third assignment is a welcome post on Slack. So when you're in Slack, there are different channels or threads, if you will. One is called #introductions, and you're going to introduce yourself. So you're going to give your name, a favorite social studies lesson that you had when you were a student, really brief, and any other introductory stuff that you want to share that you feel comfortable with. The fourth task is the Chapter 1 reading and whole class post. So you're going to read part of Chapter 1. It's really important that you only read the pages that I've assigned you in Blackboard because I know we don't have time to read the entirety of the chapter. So I will assign you certain sections. For this week, you're just going to read pages 7 through 14. You're going to go to the Slack channel, #chapter 1, and then you're going to answer these questions. And for this week, there's no responding, there's no discussion, just everyone's going to share in that one post. So we can kind of get to know each other, but then also so we can get used to the Slack platform. The next task is the community service plan. The University of La Verne requires for 385 community service hours. I've reduced these hours to 10 for the 8-week course. Traditionally, it's 20, and I just feel that 20 is too much in 8 weeks. So you're going to volunteer for 10 hours. All I need this week is the plan on where you're going to volunteer. That's it. So you don't need to submit any hours. You don't need to get anything signed. I just need to know you found a place. This is going to be pretty brief. 2 to 3 sentences. I am going to volunteer at X. There's some ideas here, places you can volunteer. And then if you're not sure, you can ask me or put on something on the questions board on Slack. And during week 8 is when you will submit a reflection. There's no hours log or anything. It's kind of an honor system. So you're going to provide a reflection with pictures, and I'm going to believe that you did it. The final task is something that you'll have 3 weeks to complete. It's called the Cultural Learning Experience. Cultural Learning Experience is another requirement from the University of La Verne for this course. And the idea is to go out into your community and experience something that is different from what you would consider your normal way of life. So go to a different church, to a different restaurant, a different community event. It's very broad, and you can see some other ideas here. But the idea is just to kind of step out of your comfort zone, experience a different culture. Because when you're a teacher, you're going to be exposed to a lot of different cultures, a lot of different customs, and going to a different grocery store, for example, would be one. And then you're just going to write a reflection. So again, you'll have 3 weeks to do this. There's some guidelines here, some questions that you can do. And just don't wait till the last minute to look for something. Maybe there's a festival, like there's a Greek festival every year in my area. Maybe there's a festival coming up in 2 weeks. That's fine. You don't have to do it until then, but just sort of work on your plan for this week and know that in 3 weeks you're going to have to turn this in. Some other things I wanted to show you on Blackboard is in the course overview section is where you will find the syllabus as well as our textbook and some other class policies, a little bit about myself. You do not have to watch that. You can also click on the Slack homepage and it will take you directly to the Slack homepage once you've signed up. And then your Slack discussion groups will be here starting week 2. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful first week. I look forward to talking to you. I'm sure you're going to have lots of questions. Please do not hesitate to email me or send me a message on Slack if you have a question, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I'm really looking forward to learning with you. All right, take care, guys. Bye.